Hello guys, I hope you guys are all well. Oh, it's still cold out here and a little bit rainy, which is why I didn't go out today. These are all my thoughts and opinions. Please do your own research and be nice with the comments. I wanted to do this video, guys. By the way, I posted my petition up, but YouTube is reviewing it. This is why you haven't seen it. So hopefully, I have sent them an email, but they say that it has to be manually reviewed by a human. So which is good. So it takes a little bit longer. So hopefully I'll have it posted as soon as they give it to me. I wanted to talk a little bit about, a lot of people are speculating about Harry having a diplomatic passport. I have worked as a diplomat myself. I know what's involved in that. And people are confusing sovereign immunity, which is similar to state immunity, to diplomatic immunity. The queen and kings of most royal households, they have sovereign immunity, which means that they can't be sued for neither civilly or criminal lawsuits at all. Unless, of course, it's a crime of, like they kill a bunch of people and therefore, that crimes against humanity, something like that, so they can be removed, But no, none of the members of any royal families in Europe have diplomatic immunity. Only the sovereign has sovereign immunity. People are confused with the 1961 Convention on Diplomatic Relations, guys. It's very specific. For somebody to have diplomatic immunity, I don't know if you've seen the audiences the Queen has been having on video where ambassadors come and present their credentials to her. Because until the credentials are presented to the monarch or the president, they haven't officially started. And there's a lot of things involved in becoming a diplomat in a country abroad. Prior to you arriving, they send your CV to the country as a proposal, as a proposed diplomat. The country reviews it, and then they decide whether they accept it or not. And then it's a whole process, guys. It's not like, oh, Harry's going to be a diplomat. If the UK has done that, they're violating that 1961 Diplomat Convention, which is pretty serious. So I don't think he's there on a diplomat. Let me tell you even something more. There was this royal who came to Costa Rica for a visit on vacation for his own thing. He was coming with his girlfriend. It's not a British royal, but it is he was the crown prince of a royal household in Europe. And he came over for vacation with his girlfriend to Costa Rica. And we were in charge of organizing everything for him. So we met him in Costa Rica. He used his normal passport. Yes, the passport said HRH, crown prince, prince of whatever country. When he got married and then his wife came for a visit, an official visit, in an official capacity, she did not have a diplomatic passport. Her passport was normal like everybody else's, but of course, those visits are handled by government, between governments, for example, embassies and Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And these visits are planned months in advance. She gets her passport stamped, and usually what happens is that ambassadors and the embassies speak for them on their behalf if anything were to happen, because they're considered very VIPs. But they didn't have diplomatic passports. They don't, because they're not they're not diplomats, I think Harry has a working visa. This is another thing. If you got a working visa for a special, for example, for a special company, for a special gifts or whatever from a particular company, he can only work for that company. You cannot work for any additional company. So, for example, if Netflix, let's say, got him a visa for Creator or the Invictus or whatever, which is what I think he's doing, the Invictus game, because, I think the visa that he got is for the Invictus games, which is why he has to produce something in regards to the Invictus. But I find it odd, because if you get a visa to work for a special company, it's usually a company that handles that. Unless I'm wrong, please correct me. But I read it up, and I talked to my uncle, he's a manager at the immigration department in California, and he said that usually the law is that a company, for example, if you want to come, a company is hiring you for special gifts or whatever, then you have to work only for that company. For example, he cannot be working for that chimpo thing that he's like, or Spotify or any other deals, because it's the company that's hiring you that it and process your visa. So you're there very, very conditioned. So for me, my belief is that they started planning this whole thing a while ago, and he's there on a regular visa, spousal visa, you know. A lot of you have also asked me, because I did ask about paparazzis and the fact that, you know, meAgaing was with a picture with her kid, and they didn't pixel his face, which is really illegal. It really is. I don't know if you've seen other celebrities that they always pixel the kids' faces, because it is understood that even though the parent is a public figure, the children are entitled to privacy unless the parent waives the child's right to privacy. So you've seen it. I mean, you see it everywhere. You see it everywhere. Even, you know, I was watching the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and they are outdoors. And I'm amazed that they pixeled everybody's faces except them, you know, even though it's a public event. But of course, because people haven't given, they're not public figures. So if the kid has, his face is shown, it's because they gave authorization, unless of course she sues. If she doesn't sue, it's because they gave authorization for that. Now another thing is, it's really funny because a lot of people have talked to me about the moon bump and how she can squat. Yes, of course you can squat, but if you have a big belly, I'm going to ask you guys to do something. Put 2 pillows and tighten them really tight around your back, especially almost down to where, you know, your VV, your VJ, and try to bend over with your legs closed, with your knees closed all the way down. You will see, even with pillows, it is impossible. You have to open your knees, open your legs when you squat to make space for the belly, especially such a big belly, you know what I mean? So I know that there was somebody giving grief to Bookworm about, oh, women can squat. Of course they can. I've seen them. I'm very athletic, you know, and when I was with my kid, I used to squat. But in order for me to squat, I had to open my legs, you know, like when you squat, you know, like an Indian squat or a yoga squat, you have to, because there is a big bump in front of you. So it's impossible if you try to close your knees, your legs, so your knees are touching almost your chest. It's impossible because you have a big bump in front of you, you know, and even then you almost pee a little. At least, you know, at least I would, it would be, for me, that would be it. Like I would, because it's, yeah, the baby's pressing on your, you know, on your bladder. It is hard, no matter who you are. You have it's the law of physics. You have a big bulge in front of you. If you squat down with your legs closed, you'll fall backwards. That's it. There's no other. So this is why I think she didn't carry the baby. And for all of you who still saying, what does it matter? It matters because they are keeping that child in the line of succession. And the details of a royal baby should be made public. So there's no doubt as to why the child must remain in the line of succession. And this is one thing. If they don't want to give if they want to keep it private and they don't want to give the details, power to them. But then they have to remove the kid from the line of succession. You'll see that in my petition if and whenever YouTube allows me to post it. Because that is the whole thing. If you want the kid in the line of succession and as she wants and the privileges, then they have to be without a doubt. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, okay? And please be nice in the comments. Before I go, I've forgotten about this. A lot of you have asked me about Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein. Because for some reason, every time I talk about Harry, I go, oh, how about Andrew? I've been very vocal about him. I really do think that unless he clears his name, he should be completely removed from the royal website. You'll see it in my petition. I am asking that an independent commission be formed to handle when situations like what Harry and Andrew have created. Because let's face it, yes, the Queen is the head of state, but she's related to these people. This is why they are hesitant to act, because there is there is a relationship, so there is a bias. Had it been somebody else, they would have acted and very swiftly. I mean, I've seen them react even more harshly with stupid articles, about everything. So I do believe that Andrew most definitely should be given a deadline. If within 3 months you haven't cleared your name or done something about this, you should be removed completely. I mean, yeah, he cannot be representing the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. I don't want somebody like that representing me. But it's something very interesting, because I've been saying all along, how did Jeffrey Epstein get out of jail in Florida in the 2000s? And I said, it's because he's very good friends with the Clintons. And everybody was saying to me, no, Paula, you're wrong. And then this picture, the picture that when you click on this video, you see it? It's from 1993, when Clinton was in the White House. This is why, and these are all my thoughts and opinions. This is why, what's his name, Jeffrey Epstein was able to get such a sweet deal. You know what I mean? Now, Andrew, I don't think he's a pedophile. I think he's a dirty old man, but that's not illegal. There's quite a few of them out there. But he needs to clear his name. That you will see that in my petition. But yeah, I mean, in regards to the moon bump, try it, just for fun, try it. Just get a pillow, fold it over, tie it down, and put it right down to your. And it's even then you'll see how difficult it is to squat with your knees closed and try to put them up to your chest like she does. It's impossible because you have that bump. And even then, even though it's going to be difficult, it's nothing compared, because you actually have the baby inside pressing on your on your bladder. So what do you think? Please be nice with the comments, okay, guys? So no, I don't think Harry's there with a diplomatic passport. If he is, that's another thing that has to be answered. But it is very difficult. It is a whole process. And even then you can be kicked out and asked not to come back to the country. So if he is with a diplomatic passport, then the United Kingdom and borders, that's something that they have to straighten out. And he has to be removed from the royal website. A lot of people say, oh, remove Meghan Markle's titles. She has no title, guys. meAgaing has no titles. It's Harry's titles. So Harry's titles have to be removed. He wants to be a private citizen. Make him Harry Mountbatten Windsor. I feel sorry for Prince Philip, but anyways. So anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know, okay?